starting, I think. It says you're live, but it still shows a thumbnail. There it goes. Now it's going. Cool. So the bot's connected. I don't know if everything is fixed after the whatever, but the bot is connected. Hey, my Newtcraft made it. Hello. Agree about the sun thing. It has been very warm. Yeesh. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and I am back with the rainbow bag that I'm making for myself. I am joined tonight by my lovely wife, Mandy, and we're going to see what we can get accomplished here. I've been a bit under the weather today, and I'm trying really hard to be strong and work hard, and yeah. So much of this has been done since the last time I was here. We were off last weekend because we went to a hobby fair. Um, and while I actually brought this along with me and was actually working on it over at Suntech, which was really, really cool. And well, we got like 4 people here. So hey, welcome everybody. Um, I got a really cool thing though. Check this out. Check this out. This is from the event. So that was our table, our little setup. Had all the bracelets and me up to the side working on my project. I actually did really well. We actually broke even halfway through the first day. So yeah, we did really well. There was a lot of people there. It was a lot of fun. Um, there are moments where it got overwhelming, and I was like a little bit stressed. But then I would just get involved in my work and or talk to people, and it all seemed to just get better. Yeah. So lots of cool people, lots of cool stuff. Oh, I ended up selling the no yard to Douglas. He ended up buying that for his wife as a gift. That's pretty cool. What did I buy? I bought a robot. Yeah, bring him out here. He's so cute. Huh? Douglas is the guy that swam that has the scuba gear for going in and saving those kids in Thailand. You met him at the previous event. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I do like the dice. I do. Wait, where is that? So like no matter how you roll it, there's an eye that seems to be looking up through the dice. I'm not sure if the camera is really capturing that. That's really cool. It is very red. It's also very spooky looking. I just rolled a 2. I think that's terrible, right? So at some point, some of these strings are getting so short that I'm probably going to have to replace them. But my problem is, where am I going to put all my cut string to do this? I have like hooks on the wall. They're like coat hooks on the wall to hang string from. But then if I don't put it away or something, I have to worry about the geckos getting tangled in the string. Darn geckos. Like, these ones here are getting yeah, so I created a sticker that said no gecko zone to be able to put on containers where I keep the strings safe. But yes, I can't just put it in the room and then convince the geckos they need to move away. So I probably don't need to add any string this week, but by next week I might. So like this bag has like different starts on it, and it's these ones where it's just doing the long zigzags where the colors are getting used an awful lot. The ones with that, like the straight downward one, they seem to be much better at kind of rotating through the stuff. So I don't know. I don't know how much string to cut up. I'm sure I could make use of it if I cut too much, but the whole thing is just a big chore that I would rather do as little as possible. So yeah. If I do cut up the string, I should take one of the monitors that we have and bring it in here, plug it in and stuff, so that way we could get some night vision of geckos messing with string. Oh, and the next time we do an event, somebody's got to take a lot more photos because I realized afterwards, like I wanted to show like how fun it was or whatever, but we barely took any pictures with people. So, yeah. All right. That sounds terrifying, honestly. You have such a big project, you put so much work into it, you don't want to well, okay. So there's a way, let's say the string is short, but you're only going to cross over it with other strings, right? So let's say it's the string that I'm tying to right now. I could tie it and then put a second one of this string on there and tie over both of them and just continue along the way. And then there's four strands sticking out instead of just one, right? So then I go to the next row. It's still not showing up, but hang on. Wait, let me give me your thoughts. So now let's say there's still four strings here. You go over all four of them again and do that a few times, and then you can drop the short ones and you don't have to play chicken with it. You can actually replace them. Now, hang on. For the different category signs, where would I put the signs at? Uh, yeah, it works if you're doing like a row like this where like there's a string that needs to be replaced in the midst of the whole thing. It works pretty good. Had to do it on the big project a few times. Right. So here it would be like, let's say this purple one, I'm going to go over with the yellow. So I go over it once, and now I add in my second purple to, that's going to be the replacement. And then I go over, right, just kind of get locked in place and then just continue about. And then as you do the other rows, you're just going over all four until you know that it's locked in place and can't go anywhere. It only takes like 3, 4 times. And then you drop the short one. Right. Now, me, I would be changing these ones that are actually doing the traveling because they're the ones that are actually the short, which is obviously the other method of doing it. But if I went too far and didn't get one stuff, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why you want to do the alpha rows. It doesn't that that doesn't quite compute in my head as to like would it add more beauty? Would it make it more interesting? Um, I don't see it. The pattern you have is already like outstanding and mind melting kind of stuff. Much like this one here, it's so bizarre. This pattern is so weird. Ah, okay, that's kind of cool. Well, heck, you got a big enough space, you could actually put Minute Craft as the thing, just so that way everybody that sees it says Minute Craft, just because, it confuses them. Right, right. Oh, so at the fair, I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, but at the fair, I ran into a guy who I sort of kind of recognized. He was selling stickers. If you were watching anything on TikTok right around SG50, you would have seen his ad about how he uses TikTok to help his business of selling stickers, and that one of his most popular sticker is "Coffee is life." Hang on. It's within reach. Coffee is life, and it's got a guy laying back in a chair with a IV bag dripping coffee. Anyway, dude was dude had a booth. Mandy had suggested that I should see this guy that had really cool stickers, and then I get over there. I'm like, hang on, weren't you in an ad or something? He's like, yeah, on TikTok. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Uh, yes. I that's my next year's planner. I've already got stickers on my next year planner because that just came in because why wouldn't it? And check out what the planner came with. Can you see this? It's a it's a teeny tiny robot paperweight, and on his tummy it says "You love you." And it says something on the bottom in Japanese, I think. Um, so I followed the guy on Instagram. I can maybe like take a look through um my Instagram if I could find his account, then you could get stickers. I don't remember. That's why I said I'd have to go in and like there's like a way of viewing the most recent people you added, and I'd have to go through that, and it would be probably pretty easy at that point because I don't add a lot of people to the Instagram. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So how is that gonna work? Mind you, I was supposed to put those tubes in some kind of better order where thin bracelets were near thin bracelets and big fat bracelets were near big fat bracelets. And for some odd reason, I just started grabbing them one after another and throwing them up onto the thing without any. To mount on the display. So to say like these are the thin ones, that kind of thing. Right. Okay. Right. Man, there were so many cool people. There was a dude that came up and like, "Holy cow, you make this stuff yourself? Wow, that's so cool! Wow, dude, your shirt says these knots. Oh, that's hilarious. That must be your own thing, right?" Like he was just like so over the top. It was so fun. So like we showed him the video of the candy corn for brains, and dude was just over the top. That was so awesome. Oh, we had a couple girls who were making a pledge that they're not taking off the bracelets. They're gonna wear them till they fall off. I mean, I thought that was kind of awesome. Like they were, you don't back out on me now, right? We're gonna wear these till they can't. That was so cute. Yeah, it was pretty cool. There was a lot of really interesting people that made the event so much more fun. Yeah, and we were talking about next year instead of using the easel, we just take a clipboard so that way we can make the display cover more of across the table. So instead of like two towers going up, there'll be or three smaller ones going across. Yeah. Of course, it would make it so I would be making bracelets instead of bags. Right. There was a lot of people talking about the hobby itself and whatever. And I explained to a lot of people that I was on YouTube. But I think looking at the numbers afterwards, I think I only got one additional sub during the whole 2 day event. So I mean, if the, I don't know, there's a lot of cards out there. Maybe they'll come in later on. But yeah, as far as YouTube went, I didn't see a big jump like I kind of half expected. Yeah, well, I had business cards with all the social stuffs. Right. Somebody was asking me if I could put QR code in knots. I have to admit, I'm slightly tempted. How cool would it be to have a handbag that has a QR code right into it?
Why does it have to be Elsa though?
Um, do you know the that my AWOL bag tag thing I carry on my backpack? It could be done that way, where like one, yeah, I don't have to do it as an elf. I can do it as like where the one color is going to the right and the other color is going to the
Yeah,
left.
but it would be diagonal.
Right. Still works. Because you know damn well if I do it, if I put it into a bag, one, I'm going to keep the bag, and two, people are going to get rickrolled. That's how it has to be. Never gonna give you up.
Yeah.
My new craft is such the enabler. Do it. Make it happen. It's either that or I do it as like a large patch that I could sew onto a backpack. Jinx. Look at that. I guess so, man. That's hilarious. Yeah, so I entered a contest to potentially get a free booth for next year. So hopefully that would be kind of awesome to win. Either way, though, I think I want to do it again. I think it was a lot of fun. Even even like looking back, like at the moments where I was mostly stressed, um, it's still probably worth it to me because it's not just the money, but like the experiences and chatting with people and just seeing how it made certain people's day was like pretty cool. I there was a couple people that would come by and be like, "Oh yeah, we used to make this kind of stuff back when we were kids. Well, not quite like this." Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to get into doing it too frequently, because it takes so much time to like kind of restock up on everything. Not that we don't have a lot of products still, but a couple a year would be neat. Yeah, I followed a couple just to be able to see if I would get um like see them like if they post that they're going to be at an event on Instagram, so that way I would be able to see what some of the other events are. Oh, and if I go do this again, I'm gonna want to check out the booths a little bit more than the quick glances I got while I was there. I sort of wanted to stay at the booth, but kind of feel like I missed out on seeing a lot of the other stuff there. The song I have like kind of casual, relaxing music playing, and the song that's playing now, they instead of having a drum beat or just the where you slap on the side of the drum thing, it's a very distinct sound, and only because when I was younger that I had one in my house, I know exactly what the sound is. They recorded pool balls clinking together, and they're using that as their percussion sound. And it's only because I had a pool table when I was a teenager that I actually recognized exactly what that was. And I think it's hilarious because it's like it's in the music, but I bet you most people would not be like, "Oh, that's a pool cue or a pool ball hitting another one." I mean, I guess it's still a percussion, but it's a funny sound. I've somehow tangled into the string a bit of one of the price tags that we were kind of just flinging at the floor during the event. It kind of came home with me. That's kind of funny. I'm definitely going to have to replace some of these trends. Some of these are really short. These ones have traveled from up here all the way down. Oh, you can't even see the top of it because it's gotten so tall, but so there you got an idea of the size of it so far. So like pretty big. Welcome back. Oh, I was going to tell everybody. So Mike Newtcraft made the coolest little. So I've got like some chapstick holders and a lip balm holder. My Newtcraft made a holder for a fidget toy like this. Um, one side spins, the other side sort of clicky. Um, that thing is so cool. That is way cool. Now you got to make a slightly bigger one. You got to get yourself one of these. So check out this thing. So it's like a cube, right? But if you hold on to these two parts of the cube, you can spin this part, or if you hold on to these parts, you can spin these things. And another thing that makes it cool is that they're held together with magnets, so you can hold it steady and just like fiddle one of the little sides around with your fingers. Also, neat thing, if you run it over top of something, you just kind of, yeah, this thing is, you can run it over fabric or your hand or whatever and make the other thing spin while holding the outer part to it. It's it's really cool. It's pretty rugged. It's a lot harder to have something fall off of it like the little one does. This was when I was quitting smoking. This thing went with me everywhere and helped with that whole period of my life. Like there was, yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just a little cube. I've seen them on AliExpress. They're not much. They're only a few bucks. I think it's pretty sure it's aluminum. It's taken some falls. I can see there's dents. There's a little dent in the corner right there. Some scratches here and there. A little bit worn, but overall, this thing's held up. I've had it for a while now, several years. Um, it's kind of one of my fallback to uh, fidget toys. That and the I get this little round one. It's pretty cool. Now that I see the link from Amanda, I want the rainbow colored cube one. I got the red. I want the other one now. All purchases from the AliExpress have to go through the purchasing manager to prevent having an overload of crap coming from here from China. So that would have to be discussed with the purchasing manager, whom I can already hear going, "You've got a red one. What do you need another color for?" I can hear it. I had some pens back in the day that I would make people insane with, back before the whole talk about fidgeting or stimming or anything. But uh, I think it's Parker Brothers made really good clickety pens, and you just sit there and just be like, just rifling through this thing. Oh man, just thinking about it kind of gives me the whole hee hee. Yes, but they're the same size. I could interchange pieces. I could take this off here, slide this off, and put a different color onto here, and it make it more interesting and fun. And it'll have less dents because it'll be new and shiny, and it's pretty. And it's 529. Wait, did you hold up the sticker? I missed it. No, she. Ah, there it is. Wait, did I do that out loud? Is it irresistible? Yeah, I stayed behind an awful lot. There was a lot of vendors, man. Yeah. Wait, why would you need Mandarin skills and help doing what? I was following along really close until then. Yeah, I don't think we had anybody try to talk to us in Mandarin. There were some people
Yeah, we did.
talking to each there was a
We had a
couple
couple of
people talking
Chinese
to each other, and then you jumped in and said something.
items. No.
Oh, I can't remember that. I do remember that now. Speaking of, why does YouTube insist on giving me ads in Mandarin? That I do not understand. I mean, yes, I'm sure you figured out I'm in Singapore, but like I've never watched like content in Mandarin.
You have
What have I clicked on that would give Google the
not
impression?
necessarily in YouTube, but elsewhere. You watch, was it on Netflix or something? The Chinese series. That was like a Chinese comic strip turned like live
Yeah,
action.
but I watched the American version of it, the English.
Doesn't matter. It's still a Chinese show. Because I don't get Chinese ads. I'm actually Chinese.
Yeah, I don't know how you get know it.
I'm more surprised I don't get like Korean ads or something.
Right, right. Yeesh. Um, I kind of felt like the keychains that I did could kind of double as. Yeah, I've tried to make a monkey fist before. I can't seem to do it. Yeah, if you're talking about the round thing, the monkey fist, yeah, those are hard to do. Oh man, do you remember somebody saw the paw print bracelet and like lost their mind? Like suddenly had to have it. That was so cute.
I was waiting for somebody to have that reaction. So glad I was not disappointed.
Yeah, that was way cool. Oh, so there was a paw print bracelet that I made. I don't remember if it was a blind-sided one. Ooh, clickers? Wait, does it make the noise when you push the button? Does it? It does make the noise. Holy crap, that'd be annoying. That's cute. It makes the noise. It lights up and it makes the noise. I Yeah, except for they're like the really shitty patterns to make. I want to say it was a blindside creation because I don't think I'm the kind of guy that would go doing those. Yeah. But you make a lot of like stuff that even me like looking at it's like ugh, elongated arrowheads and mind you, I love me an arrowhead. I just the elongated one is just too easy to make a mistake on it. I was thinking about doing some tube bracelets and see how small I could actually make it. Like do 8 strings into the loop, have Mandy make a little tiny kumi, and then just see if I could take the essentially 16 strings coming down and turn that into a tubular bracelet. Just to because like
Would it be like the one that you made me?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty tiny. I shy. No, I have no idea why. It's say something now, Henny.
Hello.
There. I think it balanced it out.
Okay.
I think I balanced it out. I had to move the bar down some. I don't know why, but my throat feels kind of raw. Not a good feeling. Ooh. That's really pretty.
Picking out arrowhead.
See what?
Speaking of arrowheads,
Yeesh.
I see the Snorlax.
You see the what?
Snorlax.
Right. Yeah, I went to look for that and then forgot to. I'm pretty sure I know where that string is. It's here in the office in that big um, footstool thing.
Don't knock anything over trying to get to it.
Nope, nope. Learned my lesson. I'm scared now. The last live stream I was in 2 weeks ago, I went to reach for something that I kind of knew was out of sight, but just within reach, and knocked over a sand art thing that you flip it over and the bubbles go up and the sand tries to come down, and they're super cool for like calming or whatever. But it hit the floor, and yeah, it wasn't built to do that, so. I still feel really bad about the whole fact that I broke the damn thing. Yeah, it's pretty devastating. How do I get one of Mandy's hairs in this? Oh, goodness gracious. Jeez. Purchasing manager approved. Yeah, me too. It was relaxing. I would do it in the mornings and evenings when I was doing my blood pressure. Yeah, I've got a couple hourglasses around the house as well. Got a real cool one in the kitchen. It does 3, 4, and 5 minutes all at once. So depending on what your timer need is, you just flip it over and then go to the corresponding one. Yep, yep. It's like three tiny ones, all like in the middle of some acrylic. Like how this is like an acrylic block going around it. The kitchen one has like three of these inside of a bubble of glass. It's pretty cool. Yep, yep. Well, replaced with insight timer. The meditative app thing. Well, the this timer was originally meant to be something where I would try to meditate for the duration of the timer. Um, but that didn't work out so good because I would just sit there and look at it and be like, okay, why the hell can't I stay focused on just this? And shouldn't I be doing some kind of work instead? Is this even practical? what the heck am I doing? And why is this thing so slow? And stuff like that until finally it's just, yeah. Uh, like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
I do not miss hearing that.
And
That's well.
what's that?
You said wow.
Uh, Halloween stuff at IKEA.
Oh, cute, right?
Ish. How crazy it is that IKEA, a country that I'm sure doesn't have Halloween, is selling Halloween products in Asia who also doesn't do Halloween. Right? Ooh, do you guys do amusement parks?
Haven't we've had this conversation before.
Oh, I did not remember the results of the question. Hence, I asked again. Uh, Good night, Minute Craft. Have a good one.
You saw a cute post. I know
Yeesh.
how it's going to end for me. One of my kids will unplug my life support to charge their iPad.
Right. All right. I've had a little too much soda. I will be right back. For a moment there, I couldn't see where the be right back button was to turn the effect off. Ah, all right. Well, the plus side about this bag is I'm not likely to have to replace strings more than once. So that's kind of good news. And I might not have to place it in all the areas, just the areas where there was a really long segment or, the use of a individual string. Well,
Hmm?
fuzzy little paws.
You know, right? I would never have guessed what that was.
I knew because I had a tarantula as a pet.
I know, but I never knew what the paws looked like.
I think I'll have the string cut for next week's stream. Not because the strings are so short that I couldn't get away with a couple more rows, but they're getting short enough that it gets a little annoying. And um, we're past the middle point. So, like anything I replace will surely get me to the bottom. So, I might as well do it sooner than later while it's still sort of easy to do. I think we're gonna end up calling this stream a bit early. I really am not feeling that well. Good, these guys. Um, I'm sorry. I want to eat some ice cream and try to see if that helps my throat feel any better, and then get some sleep because that would maybe help my head feel better. Um, I will be back next week though, and yeah, hopefully things are better than they are right now. I'll probably finish up this row that I'm working on here during the week. And then I didn't do a schedule today, again, not feeling well. But I will be streaming at some point, possibly tomorrow if I'm feeling better, if not Tuesday and Thursday. So thanks for hanging out with us. Even if you were quiet, it doesn't matter. It's much appreciated. So thank you guys so much. And where's the thing? There it is.